Hello again, just a short video, quick review. My Austrians have arrived from Victrix. Beautiful plastics. Line companies. I don't see a distinction in the headdress for skirmishers, but I'm pretty sure that the way the Austrians fought, they relied on grenadiers and grenzers, Jagers, light infantry, to do all of that for them. Although the Austrians fought in three ranks. The front rank was made up of tallest men. Second rank was made up of inexperienced men. The third rank was made up of the most experienced men. And I believe part of the third rank would sometimes skirmish. So I may do some of these figures on single bases or two to a base to represent skirmishers. There's certainly enough figures there. You get 56 in a box, which if I'm doing 24 men per battalion, say for instance, that's easily enough for a few skirmishers as well. I quite like you get a commander on horseback as well. See if I can find one of those bad boys. Typical. It's a big box as well. There we go. Standard bearer, musician, and some kind of ensign, probably is the equivalent of an ensign in the Austrian army. Plenty of different heads. Plastic quality is excellent. It's on par with Warlord. The uniforms look nice and crisp. Very little flash, if any, in truth. So my fingers will be nice and safe, no blood loss there. I have decided to go for an Austrian unit, battalion, or rather regiment really, and also a Hungarian regiment. And their uniform differs in that they wore light blue trousers with yellow trim. So it's just a bit of variety on the battlefield. Although I'll be getting more units as the army slowly builds. Speaking of more units, I had a delivery from Front Rank Miniatures. The miniatures themselves, nice, beautiful, heroic scale. So you know the men were like the same size as a horse, which was a bit strange. It was a cavalry unit that I bought, 12 figures and 12 horses. The horses turned out more expensive than the men. And I must have made the mistake of ordering the wrong type of horses, because the men do not fit on them at all. And I'm slowly debating whether to just eBay what I've just bought and get rid of them and get some other Austrian cavalry unit. I'm sure somebody does some in plastic somewhere. I think Warlords do. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have a look. I know they do some kind of Uhlans Lancer unit. But yeah, that's it for now. Just a quick heads up on the Austrian front. As far as the War of the Spanish Succession goes, I've received a box of the Infantry of the Sun King and Infantry of the Grand Alliance, and the sprues are exactly the same. The only difference being you get different flags in each box. When it comes to banners for the War of Spanish Succession, quite a bit of it is guesswork. Not a great deal was recorded, although there's been lots of work done by people, and I'll give them a shout out at a later date. As for the units I've decided to paint up, unfortunately I don't have them with me. I have painted up a couple of soldiers for each of the regiments. I'm going to be doing two regiments at a time. As I say, one from the Grand Alliance and one from the French faction, which also includes Bavarians and Spanish. I've gone for the French Regiment Lorraine, butcher the French language there, and the Dutch Regiment, I think it's pronounced Waes, W-A-E-S. I think that's it. Very similar looks to both regiments. Like I said in the previous video, a lot of the countries wore white, or it was more like an off-white kind of colour. The Dutch regiment wore grey, and as I've said before, it was very cheap to create those colours from the wool. No dyeing involved at all, just a couple of creams, a couple of washes. The miniatures themselves look okay. The Dutch regiment has red cuffs, dark grey trousers and socks, and the French regiment has red and green cuffs, green trousers, white socks, and that's the only thing that distinguishes both from one another. And that's, you know, when I start getting more and more regiments and, you know, the variety of colours involved in that period, I get them on a table, you know, playing against somebody, and hopefully people come up and say, oh, that's interesting, why are these whites fighting these whites, why are these blues fighting these blues, why are these reds fighting these reds, and it engages people in history. You know, it gets them asking questions, and that's one of the major reasons why I picked the War of the Spanish Succession. But also because I know very little about it, and as a historian, I'm still a student in history, and I want to learn more, as well as teach a little bit. So yeah, that's it. That's everything for now. Just a quick shout out also to the Warlords KV1/2 kit. I got it on Wednesday. It's now Friday, and it's fully built and painted. He is an absolute beauty. I may do like a video just all to himself, including maybe like the tactics I'll try and use. I say that, I'll probably roll a one every time he shoots, but you never know. You never know. He looked in with the dice at the moment, so touch wood, stays like that. Okay, well, that's everything. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.